Hi, Jenny here. Today is Thursday. Today I had PT. I kind of made it just on time to my appointment, so I didn't do any recording when I got there. And then I was going to record right when I got home, but I visited with my mom for a while. So she had ordered in a new toaster. She usually uses a toaster oven, and it was hard for her to work the knobs, or it wasn't turning off completely correctly, and decided that let's just get something new, and we decided to go for a toaster this time. So she had ordered that, came here. I thought, all right, well, after PT I will go and get it set up for her and everything. So I did that, and we visited for a while, talked about all the hurricane stuff and all that. I'm very, very grateful that it was not as bad as they expected it to be. My mom used to live down in the Fort Myers area, and so we know that area, know what it looks like, know about hurricanes and what happens and things like that. She lived through many years of the warnings and all that stuff. Where they were at, there weren't really any hurricanes that kind of hit her area. Only once, like her and Dad actually had to go into the closet and wait it out for a bit. So that was scary enough. She's very happy to be up here. I'm grateful that she's up here and not down there, but we do still have family and lots of friends down there. So far, most of them have checked in that they're okay, so that's good. Pray for anybody that still was affected by that. If you have any damage and all that stuff, prayers are still going out for you, and still also obviously for the whole Hurricane Helene area from what they all hit. I'm still praying for all you guys that everything's going okay, because obviously that's not a short process. It's not okay, here's some water and food and boom, you're done. It's going to be a long cleanup time. So still lots of prayers going out for that area. So in any case, yeah, we had talked about that for a little while and stuff, and then talked about PT and how that had gone. I did not have PT on Tuesday because I ended up with a stomach blockage that day. We didn't do much this weekend. It was kind of a relaxing weekend, didn't have any plans. On Sunday, Mandy ended up stopping over. There was something here that she needed to come pick up, and she did kind of want her car vacuumed out, and we have a vacuum that can do that. And then I'd mentioned how I cleaned the windshield the other day, and she was all like, my windshield needs a cleaning. And Wayne was all like, stop by, we've got you. So seeing as she was here, Wayne very nicely did go ahead and vacuum out her car and clean her windows. In fact, Sunday, actually, we put up our Halloween decorations. So you can kind of see the windows behind me. I don't have them closed off. I have that all done. We put out the decorations in the garden area. So Wayne nicely took care of taking down all the tiger lilies, what was left of them, got that all cleaned out, got all the Halloween decorations out in that little area. I cleaned the windows inside and out here so that I could get the window clings up. Haven't done that in a couple of years, so that was kind of nostalgic. Again, more so thinking about when the girls were little and how they used to put up the window clings. They used to stand on the table here. They loved doing that. That was kind of like different and fun too. It's like, ooh, I get to stand on the table to do this. So yeah, I want to do that. So in any case, brings back all those memories. We did that. Alrighty, it is Sunday. Beautiful day out, a little bit windy, but we got our Halloween decorations out. Hopefully they won't blow too much. We put the pumpkins kind of way back against the house so that the wind won't get to them, because those are just like styrofoam, they're very light. And then I actually did the windows this year. It's been a couple years since I've done those. So put all those decorations on. So much fun, yay! And then Wayne cleaned the upstairs patio doors for us, because I'm thinking, I don't think we've cleaned those in like 10 years. Because we pretty much keep the curtains closed in the bedroom. We don't open that often, unless we're airing it out. It's like in the daytime, and then we go to bed at nighttime and just shut it. So we don't look out those windows often, but got those cleaned up. So it was that kind of a day on Sunday. And then Mandy was hungry, and we figured, well, we'll get something to eat out, whatever, order in type of thing. And finally, the two girls decided on we get pizza. So I did it. We had a Topper's pizza, and Wayne and I got a Hawaiian with a thicker crust. Now a lot of the pizza I do eat is just frozen. It's thin crust. So again, I know I can have the two pieces, and that's good enough for me. It doesn't even matter the type of toppings or anything. But again, a smaller quantity, and that's okay. So we got pizza, we got garlic knots, And I only had one piece of pizza. I thought about having a second one, but I'm like, well, I had a garlic knot. In fact, I had 2 garlic knots. So I was like, that was enough food. Didn't want to eat any more. But earlier in the day, I believe I'd also had 1 or 2 of those blue muffins. And even the first day after having them, with my system, it was kind of like, oh, I had like a little twinge of a stomach ache. And I'm like, is it really due to the muffins or not? I don't know. It's the only thing I had really eaten that was different. But whatever. So between the muffins, the pizza, the garlic knots, and what else? Oh, I had an English muffin with peanut butter on it, I think for breakfast or something. So, all those are kind of different foods than I don't normally eat. And I mean, it is just bread. I don't know if it was too much or what. Monday morning, I ended up also having a yogurt with strawberries in it and some almonds. And there again, I haven't had that in a long time. So, but again, with my transit time being 19.5 hours, normally what I have for breakfast, it wouldn't affect me at nighttime. 5 o'clock at night, I started getting a stomach ache. And I'm like, with a couple twinges, sometimes I get that and it passes, it's fine. By 6 o'clock, I thought, just to be preventative, I'm gonna drink a little Sprite. So I had one of my cans of small Sprite. And by 8 o'clock, I was feeling okay. I'm like, all right, good, we're good. It's not gonna, turn into a big stomach ache or anything. I'll be able to go to bed tonight, all that, yeah. No, by 9 o'clock, pain hit. And it was kind of like, ow, 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 doing a lot of massaging. I could massage, it was fine. And all that. Well, by 10:30, it was like, oh yeah, no. Couldn't concentrate, whatever, shut down the computer, went and laid on the couch, turned on Friends on TV. It's gonna be one of those that you say, a thing that kind of reminds you of a thing. Well, I get my stomach ache and it's like, oh, I need the TV on, and Wayne's like, gee, what do you want to watch? I'm like, Cassie will be able to guess, because Cassie doesn't care for that show for whatever reason. Fine. Turned on Friends. I said I feel bad for them. They know they can't do anything for me. I've just got to wait it out. So I'm on the couch moaning and groaning here and there, just being in pain, waiting for it to pass. Got to a certain point where I was just kind of holding my hands on my stomach for heat. And then I tried massaging again, and that wasn't happening. Then I felt like throwing up, and I was just like, okay, we're just going to wait it out. We're just going to sit here. So Wayne went to bed by 11-ish. Cassie ended up staying up with me until like 1. But again, that not with me per se. That's her use. She just kind of stopped. She's doing her own computery thing. And actually, I think she was up till 2 because I threw up at 1:30, and she was up for that one. And then she went up to bed and she was like, you want me to turn off any lights, whatever? So we turned off the living room light. I left the kitchen light on so I could make my way to the bathroom. 2:30, I threw up again. And I did try too. One of my friends had mentioned getting those magnesium caltrate drinks, magnesium citrate drinks. I remembered I had that at around midnight, and so I grabbed one of those out of the fridge, and I had about 3 sips of that. It is so sweet, like sweeter than Sprite. Kind of tasted like a Sprite. It was grape flavored, supposedly. It was so sweet. And it was, I just couldn't really even drink. Well, first time I threw up, I'm like, I was throwing that up. I could taste it. Like, oh, so much for that. Didn't drink it early enough, soon enough, whatever. But, it's kind of there to try. I just have to remember that earlier. When it happens again, I'm sure it's going to happen again. The way things are going, this is kind of my new norm, obviously. So be it. Like I said, I threw up again at 2:30, laid back down. Finally, by 4:15 a.m., pain passed. So it was, again, almost another 12-hour-ish cycle. I kind of fell asleep until like 5:30, woke up. By 6 a.m., my bag filled up. I'm like, okay, awesome. Empty that. 6:30, filled up again halfway. I'm like, okay, there we go. Again, nothing in there. It's just all liquid. It's just all brown colored, normal poo. It's diarrhea. I'm like, no chunks of anything. I don't know. So be it. So I was supposed to have PT on Tuesday. So again, this was at, like 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30. And I'm like, well, I don't know if they're open or not, but I was able to go on to my LiveWell app and go in there and cancel the appointment and say, sorry, I'm sick. I had blockage. I'll see you on Thursday. So that they knew that I wasn't just like not showing up type of thing, or that I wasn't going to in the future, like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'm not going to show up. I'm just going to cancel. And so went today. Gina was all concerned. She's like, are you okay? She's like, I know you as one of my patients, that you would come if, at all possible type of thing. If you're not coming, there's something going on. And so, I told her the story, and she felt bad for me and all that, but glad I'm feeling better. And I'm like, yep, I know how this works. I know how it goes. Again, I'm very grateful that it did, once again, pass on its own. That, yeah, I didn't have to go into the hospital or anything. That I've got this. I'm gonna make it through. So I went through back in my notebook. I'm still take a notebook, and I still keep track of all of my my daily eating and my exercising and the vitamins I take and all that stuff. And I charted then the times that I've had the blockage stomach aches. And it's been a month since I'd had one. So I was thinking too, I was just thinking the other day, it's been so nice. I've been normal. I haven't felt anything, no blockages. Well, it's been a month, yeah. And then within that month before that, I'd had like 3 of them. So, and then the other few that I've had since January. And at least 3 of them have been on Mondays. So it's kind of like, okay, whatever, like our grocery shopping on Saturday, I get something new. Whatever I'm eating on Sunday, that's, you know, something different for me, that I end up on Monday having that blockage. Oh, so once again, something to pay attention to. I guess I still can't eat a couple different newer foods type of thing, or even though again, it's not like pizza's new, but from that place it's different. It's a combination. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. So in any case, I was hoping I didn't lose any of my shoulder progress, and because I didn't exercise Tuesday morning, I didn't exercise Monday night, I didn't exercise Tuesday morning. Tuesday night I did one round of half an hour of exercises, and it went pretty well, so I was like, phew, okay. And yesterday morning I did exercises in the morning, and I did them at night, and it went well. I was like, I had my same amount of progress and all that, so I was like, okay, thank you. That's good. It's good to know. And making the soup on Monday, I did give my mom a bowl full, and so I needed to saran wrap it up, and I could reach up in the cup. I can reach up there. I grabbed the saran wrap down. I took a picture of it. Took a picture of my saran wrap next to my bowl of soup there, and sent it off in my, the family Discord, and said, oh, I got the saran wrap by myself. Didn't need a chair. Didn't need Wayne's help. He wasn't home, But shoulders are good enough that I could reach that, so I was all excited. And yeah, so I showed Gina today, pretty much right away we just exercised, and she manipulated my arms, did her stretching, and then she wanted to see how far I could move. And I showed her that, yeah, even going up sideways, I can go all the way up now. So still not completely straight, but I can get them straighter. Straighter than I used to, as she said, like, we don't have a baseline from what it was even before January, say. Because in reality, I could go like this. I could go this high when I'm stretching up, even before the frozen shoulder. It was like the shoulders didn't go all that high. So to be able to get both of them up more than I could, what was the other? That was kind of sideways forwards, behind my back. So behind my back with my left hand, I can get as high as like my bra strap. So there too, I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't needed to. The only thing I'd wash my back, and I figure I only need to go up as high as to grab the washcloth. So even getting this hand up that high is like probably higher than I used to be able to reach. Right hand, I'm still pretty much just on top of, the pinky's like about on top of my waistband. So maybe a little bit higher than that, but still not as much. This one's still more frozen, more just not as limber. So kind of tweaked it today at therapy though. I'm like, oh, I hurt right here. So then we went out on the floor and said again, we're going to work more on keeping the chest more open than hunched over. Said even doing the shoulder up, it's kind of like, then I start hunching and forward and going, she goes, you don't want to do that. You don't want to be like, you want to keep those shoulders down. So those are my exercises for this week, is to keep the shoulders down and move up. I showed her my wall walk, and she's like, you pretty much maxed that out. I'm like, I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, I can only get so high and I can't go anymore, and my hands kind of slip on the wall. But I'm getting almost up even against the wall as I do this, but then I kind of have this arch in my back, and it almost like almost hurts my back a little more or whatever. So I said it's preferable to be in child's pose on the floor, that I can do that and I can try to stretch it out more that way. And she said yes. She goes, pretty much be done with the wall walk. You're done with that. As I was showing her I did each single arm and left arm. She goes, oh yeah, that's good. Right arm, I'm like, still a little tight. And when I did that one, I'm like, I kind of tweaked it a little. But she said that if I feel like it, if I feel I need the wall walk, if I want a little loose, I can do that. I can do that exercise, but otherwise stick with child's pose and do that. Or if I do the wall walk, now what I'm supposed to do is when I get it up high, try to lift my arms off the wall. And again, use the muscles, use the shoulder point. Again, doing this move, going as high as I can, making sure I'm keeping my shoulders back and down, and go as high as I can until I feel like my shoulders are raising, and then just stop and hold it for a little while. So I'm also using my arm muscles. Like I said, I still feel it's kind of funny that they get tired being out there just a little bit. So I said I've taken to, and last time I did my regular exercises, doing some arm circles and stuff to kind of get the arm strength kind of back a little bit more. I think I'm at that point too. I might be able to start adding some like 1 pound or 3 pound weights. That I'll try that a little bit. And then what was the other thing? Oh, with the foam roller. She said, asked you, I still got that foam roller? I said, yep. She used it lately? Nope. So do that again. So again, to lay on that, she was going to show me some more at PT, but somebody was using the table she wanted to use. So she just told me, just use the foam roller to lay on it, because again, that's going to open up the chest. It's going to open up that shoulder blade on that side, but just to, again, just lay there and get the arms open and stretch that area out some more again. And then also while doing child's pose, you know, and I've shown that on camera before. My last video, I showed the exercises I was doing. Doing child's pose, when you're kind of out there and you got your arms up, there's another thing you can do is where you put your hips, instead of your hips being right under your feet, you kind of move your booty over to the one side, and then you stretch your arms to that side, and then you move your booty to the other side, and you stretch your arms to that side. So I'm supposed to try that one now too, because again, that stretches out that whole arm area when you're going off to the side. So that's my homework for this weekend. So that's good to know some other, again, a couple other moves that I can do to keep getting this loosened up, to keep getting it better, and to know that some of the moves, like doing the wall walk, where I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm kind of, yeah, pretty much at maximum volume, maximum way of being able to do that one. Like, now what, you know, I can still keep doing it, but where do I go? But as she said too, yeah, to make sure I'm not kind of doing them incorrectly, and make sure I'm not hurting myself more than helping myself. So that's that. So good weather today. It was 60 out there, 62 or something, so sunny. A little bit cool, just enough for a light jacket, which is fine. Cooler, it's been cooler at nighttime. I put the comforter blanket back on the bed. Otherwise we just had a thin blanket on there, but got the comforter back on. I slept so good the other night with having that on there. It was like, oh, so nice. My feet didn't cramp. Because like my feet been cramping the last week or so too. I'm like, what's up with that? It's been so long since that's happened too. But that comforter, I'm like, oh, that's nice and warm. That's good. So we haven't turned the heat on or anything yet. I asked Cassie if she was ready, and she said no. So I'm like, okay, good. We'll keep it not on for a little while, because it's been about 69, 70 in the house when we wake up, which is usually a good temperature. But you know, around here it's about 73 is our norm. So again, not too bad for. But again, that's also this temperature, so upstairs is going to be 5 degrees cooler. So it'll be 65 up there when we're waking up in the morning, which, again, I know they say sleeping cooler is better, but sometimes it's a tad cool waking up. Other than that, Stinky Pete, my little squirrel, is still messing up the garden. Oi, oi, oi. It's been a while since the squirrel's done such good work, but such deep holes. Dug up this flower again, and it's been a long time, but he actually dug up my pepper plant again. That little snot. And then he kind of dug up this plant too. Oh, that's what I get for not coming out here this morning, I guess. So I don't know when he did this work, if it was this morning or this afternoon, because he does it a couple times a day. At least my pepper's still there. So yeah, he actually moved the pepper plant again the other day. It's like, you stinker. So I got it all back, dug back, dug back, covered back up, straightened it back out again, put the pepper, it was pepper like ended up, it's usually more on this side of the plant, and it was like on that side, so I'm kind of like turning the plant, so it was more kind of how it's been. Saw a dead squirrel in the road today as I was going to PT, so I don't think that's Pete, because I just went back there to check the garden now before filming. Normally he messes it up 2-3 times a day. So I hadn't checked it yet this morning. So I fixed it all now, but as I went back there, I did see the squirrel running over by the neighbors. So I think that's him. We'll find out, hopefully. So that, other than that, I've got 2 tomatoes out there turning. One turned a couple days ago or whatever. It's starting to turn, so that's okay. One more maybe turning. So I'd rather have them turn at least a little bit more on the plant before I pick them all and bring them in, but it hasn't gotten down to freezing just yet at night. It's been in the 40s, but so the tomatoes are still doing okay. So that's that. Other than that, I finished this book the other day. I think I mentioned I was reading it. Got this at Christmas time? No, for my birthday. I think my birthday in April. I asked my daughter she said, "What do you want, Mom?" I said, "I want this book." So I Can Fix This by Christina Kuzmich. She's got a YouTube channel, and she's on like Instagram and I don't know what else. But in any case, she has 3 children. Her oldest son ended up going through a severe depression and wanting to, unalive himself. Got into drugs and alcohol and all that. So while he was in high school, so his last year or 2 or whatever, so he ended up kind of not graduating with his class at that point in time because he was trying to, they were trying to help get him better. So he did a little while after that. She nicely threw him his own little graduation ceremony at home, stuff like that. Sweet. So she writes about all what she went through, what the family went through, how it was going through this whole process. Obviously she got her sons okay on this. He wrote the last chapter of this book where he kind of tells about what he was going through and how he's so thankful that his family kept supporting him through all this, even though he treated them like crap. He swore at them, he yelled at them, he hit them, he was punching holes in the wall. She actually had to call the police on him at one point. They took him away. They put him in hospitals for treatment. They put him in centers for treatment. He was going to treatment. And at least that kind of finally helped him enough that they were going a couple times a week, and then he decided even himself that he wanted to go more and ended up even going like 5 or 7 times a week. And finally got to the point himself where he was okay with, I want to live now and want it to get better. So all the things she goes through is what any parent would go through. I feel for anybody that has a child, a family member that's going through this. That you think you have solutions. Well, just get better. Just go take a walk. Just go through. Just give up the booze. Just stop doing that. It's not that easy. That's She said she thought she did everything, right too. I'm doing this. Why isn't it working? Why isn't he better? And it's life. It's rough. I feel for her. I kind of, had tears reading some of the stuff of, my gosh. So I'm so happy that at this point in time, everything is going well for them. I hope it stays that way. And, and how the other family members feel and, what they're all going through too, of trying not to ignore your other children. You still have to take care of them too, and you have to try to take care of yourself and live life. And, she does some, what do you call it? Not concerts, shows, where she goes out, so she travels and does that kind of stuff too. And obviously husband's working, and so it's a good book. If you, again, know somebody or just want to have that information, get your own information to pick up this book and read it. It's very good. I recommend that one. And then Mandy's boyfriend's mom, Reed's mom, Laura, just sent me this. I got this last night. So she sent me this cookbook. Does this taste funny? I told Reed to thank her for me. Reed just said, "Oh, yep, she's got a book, and we've got one too." And so we can share recipes that we find in here that we find that we like. So I haven't gone through it yet because I said I just got it last night. So we'll see if we can find one of these to make for one of my videos. That would be nice. And then she also sent me a cute little salt and pepper grinder. So I guess it's got batteries in there, so it's supposed to be automatic that it can do that. So that was very nice. Very grateful for that. It was very thoughtful of her. So other than that, that's it. Today is, like I said, Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't have anything planned. I will hopefully edit my lasagna soup. video tonight to have that up tomorrow. Actually, no, I'm going to put this video up tomorrow. So I have to edit this video now. And then I'll put my lasagna soup video up. And obviously it's October, so I do have at least one recipe, well, one, it's not really a recipe per se, but a thing I want to make for Octoberish, for Halloweenish. There are these really cute pretzels that you can make that would be pumpkins or aliens or mummies. So I was going to make those last year and didn't get around to it. Funny thing. It's like I was going through something or something. So in any case, I still had that in my pile of recipes to make. So I'm going to make that one. And I have even a whole Halloween book. I don't know if I showed that online or not. Let me grab that. Hold on. I think I looked at this. I think I looked at this last year. I may have shown this last year. And as I was looking at it last year, I'm like, oh, I have to remember that next year and like make a bunch of recipes out of here, because again, when the kids were in grade school, they used to have a book company come. I don't know, it was once a month, once every couple of months. They would put a bunch of books out in our break room and with an order sheet, and we could order books. So I got this one from that. And so this has a bunch of different recipes in here. Again, almost more so if you're having, a party at your house, because there are like meatloafs and dips and, oh, here's like what, costume ideas, dress up, luminaries, so little crafts. There we go. We have caramel apples, Rice Krispie, can you see that one? Scarecrow. What is this one called? Where are my glasses? Spirited something. Spirited shindigs, bewitched bashes. Oh, it's right there too. Duh. So again, cute little things with a tortilla chip, whatever, some dip, some cheese, make it be like a witch's hat for a soup, for a stew, sloppy joes. So there's kind of like regular recipes. It's not particularly Halloween, with making a meatloaf, a hamburger, a soup. It's just that then you add extra cheese and olives on top, and you make the slider look, like a ghost or monster. So there's some regular food. There is some stuff in here that is more Halloween-y. Oh, look at that, an apple cranberry salad. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. I like those. Pumpkin breads, muffins. So in any case, maybe I'll try to make something out of here too. It's another one of them. I want to use, make all the recipes. I want to make it all. It's not that much time. Let me know if you have a favorite Halloween recipe. What's your favorite thing to eat around here, or a cute little, like, what kind of Halloween-y, I don't know, decoration, food, snack do you make? What did I make? I've made before, like when the girls were in school, I used to kind of make some neat little snacks to share, cupcakes or whatever. I made one of them with a big marshmallow, and you took coconut and you put it in a baggie with some green food coloring. So you colored that green, and then you put some like frosting on the marshmallow and put the coconut on there. Maybe it was even some condensed milk, so that you glued it on there as like hair. And then you took a flat, like a thin mint cookie. And what did I use for the topping? Almost like a bugle or something. I think a chocolate covered bugle. I put that on top, and then put like a little orange frosting around it to make it look like a witch's hat. Used like mini chocolate chips for the eyes. So I've done cute little things like that before for treats for Halloween. So we'll see what I can come up with this year. Anyways, thank you again for joining me on my day, on my week, my video update here. I hope you guys are all healthy. I pray for all of you. Keep you in my prayers. I keep thinking, again, just praying that you are all healthy and staying well. Your journeys are going easily. And you guys, keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.